Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today for another class of carving this time out for yourself for this 30-minute minimal cues slow flow vinyasa. We'll start seated at the back of the mat, either on your heels or cross-legged, resting here, arriving for a few breaths, getting settled in. This is inherently more of an intermediate class, as you must be at least a little familiar with the alignments as to not injure yourself. However, if you prefer the videos with less talking, this will be one for you. Leading yourself through a little wrist warm-up, energizing through the wrists, just ensuring some wrist safety and health, getting ready for this class. No props will be required. Going at your own pace. Continuing to warm up through the wrists. Before coming to sit cross-legged for our seated torso circles starting in a clockwise direction. And transitioning to a counterclockwise direction. And continuing to make these circles, we will be following this movement up with some kapalbhati breath of fire. We would be doing 3 rounds of 44, then 66, then 88 exhales. We will be doing this for just over 2 minutes, starting whenever you're ready. And finishing up, inhaling, raising the arms up as you exhale, dropping right arm down into our easy pose variation side bend. Left arm up, right arm down. Lifting right into our Sukhasana neck side stretch. Right arm down, left arm grabbing the top and side of the head. Before inhaling, arms up, exhaling, switching sides, left hand and forearm down, right arm up and over the head, stretching into that side body for our easy pose variation. And as you inhale, coming up, leaving left hand on the ground, right hand grabbing the top and side of your head, stretching through the left neck and shoulder. Before inhaling, arms up, exhaling, revolved easy pose, right hand behind you, left hand to right knee. Parivrita Sukhasana. Before inhaling, arms up, exhaling the opposite side, left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. And inhaling back to center, exhaling into cat pose for seated cat-cow pose, back and forth. Before exhaling into our tabletop pose, Brahmanasana. Optional cat-cow continuation here. Into our balancing table pose, right arm forward, left arm back, Dandayamana, Brahmanasana. Optional crunches to build a little bit more heat. And grabbing onto that foot, ankle, or shin for our tiger pose variation 1. Vyagrasana variation 1. Leading that left foot to the top of the mat for our low lunge pose on Vinyasa. Optional quad stretch. Inhaling up into our high lunge pose, Ashta Chandrasana. Left leg forward, right leg back. Exhaling into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Left arm up, right arm back. Reversing Warrior. Into our extended side angle, left elbow on knee, or to take it further, left hand to floor, right arm up and above. And pivoting down, windmilling the arms into our runner's lunge. Left leg forward, right leg back, right knee up. Hopping right leg forward a few inches for our pyramid pose. Right hand down, left arm up, shoulders stacking for revolved triangle pose, Parivrita Trikonasana. And pivoting down into our wide-legged forward fold. And pivoting towards your left leg for wide-legged forward bend pose variation. Swinging to your right side. Before coming up for our goddess pose, Utthata Konasana. And staying here, or taking a little bit further with the revolved goddess pose, dropping one shoulder then the other, rotating back and forth. And bringing the feet together for Malasana Yogi Squat, enjoying a well-earned rest. And making our way into our crow pose Kakasana. And staying here or moving into our tripod headstand. Before coming down into child pose Balasana. Preparing for the other side. Coming up into tabletop pose, Barmanasana. Again, optional cat-cow. Coming to our balancing table pose, opposite side. Left arm forward, right leg back. Dandayamana Barmanasana. For some optional core heat if you'd like to curl in. And kicking back to grab right foot, ankle, shin, or calf with left hand. Tiger pose, variation 1. Bringing that right leg forward between your hands for low lunge pose, Anjaneyasana. Sinking into the hips. And inhaling, arms up, knee up for high lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. Exhaling warrior 2, right leg forward, left leg back. Inhaling, reversing the warrior, left arm back, right arm up. And exhaling into extended side angle, right elbow to right knee or right hand down, left arm up at a 45-degree angle. Utthita Parsvakonasana. And exhaling the arms down into your runner's lunge. Again, right leg forward, left leg back. Any movements that may feel good for you. And hopping that left foot forward a few inches for pyramid pose. Bringing that right hip back, left forward. Planting left hand, inhaling right arm up, stacking shoulders for revolved triangle pose. Parivrtta Trikonasana. And rolling down into our wide-legged forward fold, facing the opposite direction this time. Optional to face one leg and then the other, or remaining through center. Inhaling up into goddess pose. I'm rotating just for the camera. Again, with the option for revolved goddess pose. And again, coming into our garland pose, Malasana, yogi squat. Hanging out here for 60 seconds. for coming back to our reverse tabletop pose, Ardha Parvottanasana. Maybe windshield wiper the legs before moving into it. And coming down for our twisted pose, Vakrasana, right foot over left thigh, left arm grabbing outside of left knee with the right hand behind, inhaling up and exhaling, twisting to the right. And switching sides, left foot outside of right thigh, right arm grabbing around left thigh, left hand behind you. Staying in this pose for another 30 or so seconds. We will move into alternating nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana pranayama, and starting that whenever you're ready for 60 seconds. Finishing through the left nostril before making your way into corpse pose Shavasana. 3 minutes here. I will wake you when it's time to return. Starting to wiggle fingers and toes, coming back to the body, coming up to finish the practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I certainly hope to see you around for the next one. Otherwise, have an amazing and blessed rest of your day. And until next time.